Hey guys, welcome back. So we are on day 18 of staying home, staying sane, and staying safe. Okay, so yesterday we spoke a bit about our teenagers. We spoke about having our teenagers acknowledge that everything that comes along, like the challenges that they have in their daily lives, whether it's stress, whether it's challenges with the people they hang out with, their friends, their schoolwork, anything that comes up, like parents, and anything that they feel is making their life difficult, or anything that they feel is like getting them kind of, like just this, it's giving them like this whole emotional turbulence. I explained how I like to use a tool with them, which is actually sitting with themselves and like saying a prayer, like asking themselves a question. The question of what am I meant to learn by this? What is this trying to teach me? Like there's a purpose for this. And the reason that I use it mostly with teenagers is because I believe that the younger you are, to be able to learn that on this path that we're going through, there is always a lesson to be learned. Everything's kind of set in this divine order and it all adds up to something. Even when we're going through things, we don't understand why. It doesn't make sense to us. It may feel that it doesn't fit anywhere, like everything was so perfect. And then suddenly this, you have this slap in the face in life. Something comes and it turns your whole world upside down. And when that happens, it just doesn't make sense. You don't know why. You can't see further ahead. And you have a lot of people that come and tell you at rough times that it happens for a reason and you don't understand, and there's a purpose for all of this. And I really believe that in those moments when we're most vulnerable and we're in the most pain, it's the one thing that you don't want to hear. You really don't care if it's all happening for a reason or if there's some sort of purpose. You just want it to stop, or you want it to not happen at all. So the younger you are able to understand that it really does all add up, like sooner or later you will be able to see the bigger picture. It's like these pieces of the puzzle that all start fitting in together and they all start making perfect sense. It all, like this path that you're on, this journey that we call life, there is someone with a higher plan, a higher purpose for you. There is God that does create this path, or whatever it is you believe in. There is someone with a higher purpose that does like pre-create all of it, and we can't see like further ahead, but it is all there. Now when you're able to go through the life stages that we go through, and you're able to bring that along with you, it really does make things so much easier. It removes the urgency, it removes the worry, it removes the stress. It strengthens your faith as a human being. It strengthens the faith. It strengthens the belief that things will be okay, that you're being guided, that you don't understand why, but you know that the outcome will be amazing, that the outcome will make some sort of sense, that it will have peace attached to it. At some point, that within you will feel that peace that you want to feel. So today I want to like take that on to the purpose of having a spiritual practice. When a lot of people come in for coaching, they don't even have the thought of having a spiritual practice in their daily life. And the only way you can strengthen that is by practicing it daily. Many people tell me, I'm very spiritual. And if I'll say, okay, how? What is it that you do on a daily basis? And they'll look at me and say, well, I pray. Okay, so what do you pray about? And then most of the time you'll hear things like the answers that you'll get back from these questions are usually, they pray for things that they want. That isn't strengthening your faith. Okay, that is just asking for more. Now, prayer isn't it's not something that is for us to ask. A lot of people use it as a way to communicate with God or whatever they believe in. But it shouldn't just be the way that you connect when you want something. It should be a way you connect to to show your gratitude, a way you connect to express your love, a way you connect to show that I'm open, I'm connected, and I'm asking for guidance. Like, just show me the way, lead me, guide me. There are moments for everyone. Like, all of us go through moments that are rough. Something that could be rough for me might not be rough for you. Something that could be rough for someone else might feel stupid to someone else. It's the way we are, you know, we're all built differently, and we all have things, different standards for things, different levels of, you know, being able to cope with things. So there's no such thing as a big problem and a small problem. Someone that feels uncomfortable by anything that makes them feel awkward or sad or whatever it is, it isn't something that should just be kind of pushed, you know, away and like not paid attention to because it's not serious. My serious could be different to yours. So as far as I'm concerned, anything that makes anyone feel uncomfortable is something that should, you know, we should pay attention to. So I'm going to ask you guys today to take a few minutes to think about what it is you use personally to actually connect yourself to your higher power, to what it is you believe is where you're from, who your creator is, what it is you go back to, you know, what it is that actually helps you bring that calm within you, what it is that helps you build your faith in those moments of despair, in those moments of feeling as though something needs to be done, but what is it? Now, there was a time when I was going through grief, and I found that really, really difficult to deal with in the beginning. And the one thing that I would do, I would pray a lot, and I would actually find myself spending a lot of time thinking and communicating with my thoughts. It wasn't actually prayer, but I felt that it was me going to another level. I was actually taking the time, to sit with it and feel it, and feel how uncomfortable it felt at times, and feel the sadness and feel the grief. And instead of spending time thinking about what else could come out of it, I just sat with it, accepting it. And I remember there were moments when I would turn around to one of my closest friends and I would say, it can't be like I'm coping the best out of everyone at home, and there must be like this turning point. There's going to be a point when it's going to hit me so hard, and I don't know what I'm going to do when that happens. And I remember she kept saying that you're coping, but you're just doing it in a different way. And I don't think that you can see what's happening, but there isn't going to be a turning point, and it's not going to get rougher than this. You're just beyond where you usually are, and you can't really tell the difference. And honestly, I couldn't tell the difference at the time. And the truth being, it didn't actually come to a point where it hit me in a bad way. So there was more of a realization, there was more of a connection that I actually could understand at the time. But just the fact that I was taking the time to allow myself to go there daily and to sit with this and to see what was happening and what was up, and feeling what was uncomfortable with the emotions and with what was changing with everything around me, it made me as a person and spiritually feel that it was okay to go beyond. It was okay to allow myself to not stay at this human level of sadness. It was okay to actually feel that that everything was gonna, turn around at some point. I didn't know how. It was this knowingness. It was this belief that I had inside. It was that feeling, the knowingness that it's there, but not everyone can see it, and no one can see it, and no one understands it unless they're actually there as well themselves. So it's basically that knowingness. It's basically giving yourself the time to connect enough to just have that knowingness. And because that knowingness is available to all of us, it's the knowingness of believing and just allowing things to unfold and just knowing that it's going to be okay. It's a gift to have that knowingness, and we all have that gift. Like, that gift it's given to all of us. It's just a matter of allowing yourself to actually access it. So sit with this for a bit. If you want more, if you feel moments of uncertainty that are overwhelming, that are really draining and stressful, that means you need to give yourself the time to be able to reconnect to what is, to who you are, to what's within, to what's beyond. And you have to actually allow all of that to take place. But you've got to create that safe space for yourself where you can sit for a bit and just let those thoughts simmer and just see what comes up. And it's going to be, I wouldn't say it's going to take too long. It's not a matter of, how long it takes. It's a matter of giving it the time. And then suddenly it's like, it's kind of downloaded within you. It's kind of like inputted. And then you just know. You feel it every time. And that thing, it gets stronger and stronger. And then when you're disconnected, you feel the disconnection. You feel that you're not actually aligned. Okay, and you can feel that. And then when you feel that you need to realign yourself again, it's easy to get back into it. As long as you practice it. Take the time to sit with this. If you're someone that you feel that you're looking for that extra connection, you're looking for that oneness with what is and with what everything that is around us, and just trust in that unfolding of your life, it's available to you. You just need to take the time to allow it to happen. So I'm going to leave you with that tonight. Have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.